A quick intro to what I'm going to do here. I've got this CISA 285/75 padlock, and I used a bump key on it, a homemade bump key, and it wasn't quite right. Lesson learned, and it jammed in the lock, and I could get it out. I could kind of like pull it and force it out, and everything was still working. It was all right. So I thought, so I started filing down the bump key a bit more and all that kind of. Give it another go, and it wouldn't stop jamming, so I'd pull it out. But then the locks stopped working completely, even with the key. So, but it's really weird. So what I do now is I brick the lock. So based on some advice online, what I did is I've had it in the vise, out of the vise. I've been tapping it with my bump key hammer, with a normal hammer, shaking it, rattling it, all this kind of stuff. Just trying to see if I can loosen it up. Nothing happened. I've got some silicone spray down there, just in case I was getting desperate. Every now and again, just picking it up, getting the key and wiggling it, jiggling it, all that kind of stuff. I've got a single pin pick down it, and I was bouncing each one of the pins, or trying to feel each one of the pins and see if I can just unjam if there's something going on. And eventually, using all of these methods, I can get it to work. If I turn the lock upside down and jiggle the key a little bit, it'll open. Alright? And then what's really weird is, if I keep that like that and then turn it the right way round, it will just keep working. It will keep turning. Right? But as soon as I take the key out, put it back in, it's jammed. I have to turn it upside down, give it a little bit of a wiggle, and it'll open. And then I can, like I say, just turn it the right way round. You can see a little ball bearing in there. I can then, all day long, do that. So, what the hell's going on? Well, I'm going to take it apart, hopefully find out, and hopefully get it back into working condition, because it is actually a really good lock, and I still haven't actually picked it yet. So that was the intro of what I'm going to do. Let's see what the hell is wrong with it. That's the core taken out, and the key pins. I'm trying to get a good focus. Phone going, I don't know. So I think this is the problem. This is why it wouldn't open unless it was turned upside down. So there's pin 5, right? Now the spring in there, I've turned it up on its side and I've put the driver pin back inside just to show what it was like. But it was something like that. So basically the spring is not acting as a spring anymore. It's pushed and mangled right down, and that driver pin just, when it's turned. So I'm guessing the key pin is sat in there and stopping the lock from opening. That was what was jamming it. When I turn it upside down, that driver pin can just fall down. And as long as I get it just right, it opens at the shear line, which is why a little bit of a wiggling of the key opened it as well, I'm guessing. So as it's falling down, you're wiggling it and then it opens up. So it looks like it is a mangled spring, which is kind of alright. That's good. A normal day with a normal spring, that is how pin 5 would sit. So using my makeshift pinning board, let's have a look. Pin 1, standard pin, steel pin, spring looks okay. Number 2, spool pin, spring looks okay, a little bit wonky at the top, but I've seen worse. Pin 3, spool pin, spring looks okay. 4, spool pin, spring, seen better days, but that will operate. Pin 5 is that big long pin. Remember, that's the bitting of the key. That's that big fucking long pin. And I think, is that a barrel pin or a serrated? I always get those mixed up, I don't know. And I'm going to bring into play the spring. Yep. That was not acting as a spring. Now here's the thing, the other ones, right, if you look at 1 and 4, they're quite they're longer than 2 and 3. Now I don't know if that's just by design, whether I'll squash them as well, or whether, because they look about the same, and pin 1 and 4 look about the same as well. So I don't know if they're slightly different. It's meant to be some kind of anti-bump thing, or tolerances in their production. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you can have a. No, it's not going to zoom in, and you might not see it from there. But yeah, you may be from there. There's a slight difference in length on 1 and 4 as opposed to 2 and 3. So did I squash them with my bump key? Don't know. Just seems a little bit even. But certainly, look, that's been the problem. Pin 5. So by the looks of it, if I just get a new set of springs maybe for this, this lock should be back. Oh, pardon me, should be back in order.